Hello and welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Review. So today we're going to carry on with the best albums of the year. So we're all the way up to 2014. So like I said, we're getting there, and a few more to go. So before I start 2014, I've done it again. I've forgotten an album from the year before. Not just one album, not just any old album. We're talking Alter Bridge and Fortress from 2013. I actually thought it was out in 2014, so I fucked right up there. And just to let you know, Fortress probably would have been my number one album. So, you know, how stupid do I look now? So just an apology to Alter Bridge and also all the, all you guys out there where I gave a list that didn't include my favourite album. So let's just give a quick shout out to Fortress being my number one album of 2013. Shit happens, but it happens a lot to me, but there you go. Must do my research better. So let's go for 2014. Quite a lot of good albums. Yet again, a lot of good variation. So what we got here, I've got 10 I want to talk about. A lot of albums to talk about. So this is a good one. So let's go from 10 to 1. My favourite albums, remember. So all these are good. These are my top 10 albums, but we have to do them in order of the best, well, the worst to best. So number 10, a band that I've just spoken about in my best tracks of 1993, and that's Winger, and their album Better Days Coming. So yeah, I've said enough about Winger and how they're underrated and how they're not treated fairly by rock fans, you know, and not given a chance, but that's just my opinion. So this has got some really good tracks on it. Carries on again, even a bit more progressive, I'd say, than the Paul album, and you know, everything that came before it. They get more and more experimental really on their albums. Some standout tracks on here: Queen Babylon, Out of This World, Rat Race is a good one, really heavy track. So they do really mix it up on the album. You know, with Winger, you get a lot of different stuff going on. So give them a try. Honestly, give them a try. You won't be disappointed. My number 9. Crazy Licks and their self-titled album. Even though it's a self-titled album, this is not their first album, their debut. They're quite a few albums into their career now, and what they've done on this album, they've gone back to what they sounded like when they were first out. They had a bit of a dip in form, I think, where there was more straight rock, if you like, heavy rock, and they sort of lost that 80s sort of sound a bit, but they've brought it straight back in spades here. So really good tracks on here. Outlaw, Girls of the 80s, sorry, Heroes Are Forever, some real catchy stuff from a great band that are knocking out some even better material now as well. So, but I'll give Crazy Licks 7 out of 10. My number 8, a band that I go on about quite a bit, Primal Fear and Delivering the Black Album. So I preferred this than the album before. I think at this stage though, they're starting to sound a little bit samey sometimes on albums, you know, a little bit. I don't know, they're just as good, but you're starting to, you know, you want some more variation, I suppose. And I think at this stage of their career, you know, they've got a new album coming out next week, so I'm hoping that they do something a little bit different. I can't imagine they will. They've been sticking to their guns, which a lot of fans would like, but you know, you don't want them straying too far from the path of what they are, but sometimes you want it mixed up a little bit, if you know what I mean. But on here, there's some great tracks though, you know, real heavy stuff. Rebel Faction being one of them. When Death Comes Knocking, great single. When they slow it down yet again, this is where they get you. This is where they really excel. And One Night in December is a great track. Born with a Broken Heart. Brilliant tracks. And I'll give that 7 out of 10. My number 7, Work of Art, Framework. Brilliant band. AOR, do it perfectly. If you like your Journey, if you like your Toto stuff, proper stuck in the 80s stuff, this is it for you, with a little bit of a modern twist, I think. But great tracks on here. How Will I Know, Shout Till You Wake Up, My Waking Dreams. You know, it's full up with hooks and melodies. Great vocals, really brilliant guitarist. When you're talking about AOR stuff, you know, you don't always associate the best technical ability with guitarists, but they've got one. They really have. I'll give this 7 out of 10. Right, my number 6, Accept and Blind Rage. So they're carrying on where they left off with Stalingrad and the album before that. They're really hitting hard. Accept haven't disappointed since they've got their new singer. They're brilliant. And if you're another one of these people that won't give them a chance because Udo ain't in the band, give them a go. Honestly, they are bringing out the best material they've ever brought out now. Some classic tracks on here. Dying Breed, Dark Side of My Heart is one of my favourite from them. Fall of the Empire, Trail of Tears. Brilliant. They really mix it up with some epic-y sort of galloping stuff as well at the same time as their real heavy stuff. Brilliant album, 8 out of 10. My number 5. So this is the second part of the Down Band's EPs. So this is Down 4 Part 2. Yeah, again, I'm going to just say it's an EP. I know it's the best albums, but it's 36 minutes long, this one. Even longer than the first one. It's an album, as far as I'm concerned. And it's, yet again, they've carried on with some of their best material, I think, across these EPs. And some of the standout tracks on here, Steeple kicks it off. We know him well. So heavy, but sort of catchy at the same time in a strange way. Conjure. Brooding Black Sabbath stuff going on there. I've got the t-shirt on today as well. So that's pretty cool. Brilliant. 8 out of 10 for that. Well, my number 4. This might not be on everyone's list. Some of you guys might have actually missed this one because they've done one album and they've fucked off somewhere. They've actually did, I think might be the singer or the guitarist has gone and they've formed a new band called Passion, which are really good as well. And they sound a bit like this band. But this one, I think, was even a little bit better. And that's Night by Night and their self-titled album. You might start saying, you might miss this. And if you'd like your melodic, heavy rock stuff, very classic Def Leppard sounding stuff here, we're talking really catchy stuff. 80s obviously stuff going on here. Holding On to Holding On is a brilliant track. Can't Walk Away, love it. Everywhere Tonight, 1,000 Lies. This is full up, honestly. Great vocals, great songwriting, proper. If you like your Def Leppard, I'm talking High and Dry era, this is it. Right, number 3, Michael Sweet, I'm Not Your Suicide. So obviously I'm a big Stryper fan, as you probably noticed if you've been watching my videos. Michael Sweet, his first couple of solo albums for me weren't great, but what he's done now, this is just brilliant heavy metal album, which could just fit alongside all the good modern Stryper stuff as well. He is producing some of the best music now, either on his own or with Stryper. It is great. Taking on the World Tonight, The Calls, I'm Not Your Suicide, the actual title track. Full up yet again with heavy metal tracks. And it is heavy metal. I don't care what anyone says. Just because they sing about Jesus and fucking, God. It is what it is. The music's fucking outstanding. It really is. And every person performs. Michael Sweet is so talented. So talented. Please, if you're leaving this band behind because they sing about God, would you leave a band behind because they sing about the devil, even if you didn't believe in the devil? Just don't worry about what they're fucking singing about. Listen to the music and just get into it for what it is. It's brilliant. Right, that's 9 out of 10, by the way, at Michael Sweet album. Number 2, Iced Earth, Plagues of Babylon. So yeah, since the singer changed in this band, I think it is absolutely, they've knocked it out of the park every time. This is a bit darker, this album, than the first album with the new singer. This is a little bit darker, but it is absolutely so heavy, bordering on thrash again, but not quite. Obviously never thrash vocals, never them extreme vocals. Singing is outstanding from Stu Block. He sings deep, he sings high. This band are quality. Iced Earth, if you want your power metal but you want it heavy and you want it serious and you don't want the cheesy stuff, Iced Earth is it. They are the real deal. Plagues of Babylon kicking it off. The Culling, The End, If I Could See You, full up with great tracks, slower tracks, medium tracks, faster tracks, real mixture of stuff here, but always heavy. Absolutely brilliant. I'll give that 9 out of 10. Right, my number 1, and that's Heat, Tearing Down the Walls. So this band are one of my favourite bands when it comes to these bands, that are bringing back this nostalgia, these 80s sounding stuff, along with Eclipse, along with Crazy Licks. But Heat are one of the ones that are right up there with Eclipse for me. You know, Eclipse and Heat are right at the pinnacle of these bands. And this was a great album. And what they do well, Heat, is they've got such a great sound. It's really heavy, but so melodic at the same time. There's not many bands that can do this. And like I said, Eclipse are one of them as well, where they can have such a heavy guitar sound, but it's so melodic at the same time. And the songwriting department, they are fantastic. Point of No Return, the title track, Mannequin Show. When I talk about heaviness, listen to that and turn it up. It's unbelievable. Emergency is a great track. And when they really want to slow it down, All the Nights, they slow it down, but you get the voice of this guy. Oh my God, he's such a brilliant voice, and you get to hear it. So raw, brilliant singer, brilliant band, one of the best around at the moment, you know. So that's my list done. 10 really good albums. So thanks for listening again. Probably do another couple of videos later, but if you want to subscribe, press the red button, bottom right hand corner.